Good morning students, welcome to Basic Electrical Lectures class number 9. From class number 1 to 8, I covered all the theoretical concepts on single phase AC circuit. In this lecture, we are solving problems whatever we learned from class 1 to 8. So based on those topics, they will ask problems. So in exam, there will be equal weightage in this particular topic. Definitely one question they will ask on problem and one question will be on theoretical concept. So we are very familiar with the theoretical concept. So the problems are very simple. So before watching this lecture, so refer class number 8. So in class number 8, in the last 10 minutes, for last 5 minutes, I given a list of formulas. Okay, you just copy down in a book and then you can try problems. So one information I need to give, it's my request. So while watching the problematic videos, please don't forward. Okay, watch each and every second because students will going to lose marks in problems. Okay, anyhow theory somehow they will buy it or some other way they are going to write theoretical questions, but problems we cannot buy at it. Once you understand the concept, then only you can easily solve it. Okay, so don't forward the problematic videos, watch in detail. Okay, we can start. First problem. A circuit consists of non-inductive resistance. A circuit consisting of non-inductive resistance. Okay, non-inductive resistance means nothing but pure resistance. Okay, non-inductive resistance nothing but pure resistance. A circuit is consisting of pure resistance of 10 ohms. Okay, and inductance of 16 millihenry, capacitance of 150 microfarad. All these elements, resistance, inductance and capacitance, all are connected in series. For that network, a supply of 100 volt 50 hertz is applied. 100 volt 50 hertz is applied to the circuit. So they are asking only 3 questions. Find the current means supply current. Find power factor and power consumed by the circuit. So this question asked in university exam for 8 marks in the year August-September 2020. Means just before. Okay. So we can solve this question. So solution. So first to draw the network. Resistor, inductor and capacitor all are connected in series. Across what is the voltage? 100 volt comma 50 hertz supply. What is the value of resistance? 10 ohms. What is the value of inductance given? Inductance is different, inductive reactance is different. Inductance is given how much? 16 millihenry. Capacitance they given 150 microfarad. So they are asking determine the supply current. You must calculate this current and what is the power factor of this circuit and also power consumed by the circuit. See now, before solving the problem, for all AC circuit problems, you must know how to find impedance. Once you find impedance, almost you can solve all types of problems. See now I am writing impedance. So impedance not asked in question, but to find current, this is a predominant data. Okay, impedance. Okay, resistance. Whenever resistance is there, you write R. Whenever inductor is there, you write plus J. Instead of inductor, you write inductive reactance plus JXL. Capacitor is there, you write minus JXC. See, R is given 10 ohm. XL is not given. They are given inductance value. I need to find XL. Then XC not given. Capacitance is given. Capacitive reactance is not given. So next I need to find XL value. How to find XL value? What is the formula for XL? XL is equal to 2 pi Fl. So 2 into pi into 50. Frequency is given in the question 50 hertz. What is the inductance value? 16 millihenry. So 16 into 10 power minus 3. So do this, you will get inductance value. So along with me, you also calculate. So 2 pi into 50 into 16 millihenry. So that gives 5.026. 5.026 ohms. So this much inductive reactance. Now calculate capacitive reactance. What is the formula for capacitive reactance? 1 upon 2 pi Fc. So 1 divided by 2 into pi. What is frequency? 50 into what is the capacitance value given? 150 microfarad. 150 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So do this in calculator. Let's see what we will get. 1 by 2 pi into 50 into 150 exponential minus 6. How much you got? Very good. 21.22 ohms. So 21.22 ohms. So capacitive reactance is 21.22 ohms. Now you find the impedance. So what is the resistance value? 10 ohm plus J. What is inductive reactance value? 5.026. Okay, minus J. What is the capacitive reactance? What is the capacitive reactance we got? Okay, 21.22 minus J. Xc value is 21.22. Now you type this equation as it is in calculator and represent the impedance in polar form. So let's see how much we will get. 100 5.026 10 plus 5.026 J and minus 21.22 J. So converting into polar form. So this is the answer we got. 19.03 at an angle of minus 58.304 ohms. So this is overall impedance in polar form. Okay. See, you have to keep the impedance in both rectangular form and polar form. So polar form data is most suitable. If they ask to draw the phasor diagram, so polar form representation is very easy to draw the phasor diagram. So next, current. First question I am finding now. We know that voltage is equal to current into impedance. Don't write current into resistance. I am finding overall voltage across this circuit. V is equal to I into Z. Now I need to find current. I is equal to V by Z. What is the voltage? See, reference is voltage. Voltage they given 100. 100 at an angle of 0 degree means reference, no. 100 angle is not given. This is the reference for the circuit. So therefore you take 0 degree. Okay. Then impedance you write the polar form. What is the impedance? 19.03 at an angle of minus 58.304. You do this in calculator and keep the answer in polar form only. So 100 at an angle 0 degree divided by 19.03 at an angle of minus 58.304. So some calculator will default, it will show rectangular form. You convert into polar form and then write down that value. Okay. So we got answer 5.254 at an angle of 58.304 amperes. So see, in polar form this is called magnitude. This value is in RMS quantity and that is phase angle. Okay, got it? So we calculated what is the current in the circuit. The current flowing through the circuit is how much? What is the RMS current? 5.254 amperes. Okay. With respect to voltage, this current leads the voltage by how many degrees? 58.304 degrees. So with respect to voltage, current leads the voltage by this angle. That is the meaning. In current, angle indicates with respect to reference, it may lead or lag. If we got positive angle, then current leads the voltage by that angle, 58.304 degrees. Next is power factor. Okay, power factor. So power factor formula, so we can use this one, cos pi. Okay, so cos, what is the value of pi? What do you mean by pi? Indicates angle between voltage and the current. See, this is the voltage 100 at an angle 0 degree. What is current? 5.254 at an angle of 58.304. You take only the angle. What is the angle between voltage and current? Angle between voltage and current is 58.304. 58.304. So calculate. So you will get. So answer 58.304. Cos of that gives. Okay, power factor will be 0.525. So we got power factor 0.525. Lagging or leading? So leading you should write. Why we should write leading means, see in RLC circuit, okay, we have studied three conditions. So in this problem, XC is more than XL. Look at here, XC 21.22. What is XL? 5.026. XC is more than XL. When XC is more than XL, then you should write power factor is leading. Then you should write power factor is leading. Other case, if XL is more than XC, then you write power factor lagging. The nature of the power factor is this much, 0.525 leading. So next one, number 3, power consumed by the circuit. Power consumed is given by the equation VI cos phi. See guys, you should take this voltage and current. Don't take this entire voltage 100 angle 0 degree. Don't take current 5.254 at an angle. You take only the RMS quantities. What is this value? RMS. Voltage RMS is 100. What is the value of current? RMS current is how much? 5.254 into cos. What is angle phi? 58.304. Otherwise, you already calculated cos pi value. What is cos pi value? 0.25 value. That you can write it directly. So by solving in calculator, so we get power consumed by the circuit is 100 into 5.254 into cos 58.304. So that gives 276 watts. Okay. So we got answer 276.05 watts. So unit of power is 276 watts. Unit of power is watts. You should write units. Don't forget to write units. See, I written unit of current is ampere. Unit of impedance is ohms. Okay guys. So you will get 8 marks. Okay. For this you will get 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. Okay. However, you are finding 3 questions. To get the solution, impedance is very much required. Okay. Very rare problems you need not to calculate impedance. But almost all the problems, impedance calculation is must. So understood guys? Shall we go for next problem? Okay guys, second problem asked in VTU exam for 8 marks. See, this problem is very easy. But most of the students in university exam, they won't do this problem because they don't know how to operate calculator. Okay, nothing is a very simple problem. Only you should operate calculator. Okay, once you operate calculator correctly, you will get correct answers. Okay, let's look at here. What is the question they asked? How the current of 10 ampere shared by the 3 impedances. They given 3 impedance Z1 2 minus J5, Z2 6.708 at an angle of 26.56 and Z3 3 plus J4 ohms. All these impedances are connected in parallel. How this 10 ampere current going to share in this parallel branches? So asked for 8 marks. Nothing is there. See, look at here. 3 impedances Z1, Z2, Z3. All are connected in parallel. Supply current is how much? 10 ampere. So supply current is 10 ampere at an angle of 0 degree. Okay, because reference is, this is the source, this is the reference. With respect to that reference, I am finding all the currents. So whenever angle is not given, you should take angle is 0 degree. Okay, 10 at an angle 0. See now, this current will divide in all these branches. Some current flows in Z1 is I1, Z2 I2 current flows, Z3 I3 current flows. How we can solve this problem? Simply by knowing the current division concept. Okay. By knowing the supply current, by knowing all the impedances, I can find the branch currents by applying current division rule. See, we can write by using by using current division rule, okay, we can find current equation I1. What we can write, current in this resistance, so this impedance is what? Supply current into, for I am finding current on this, what about other branches? Z2 and Z3. How they are connected? Parallel. So Z2 parallel Z3 divided by, what is missing there? Z1. Which impedance you are finding current, that element will come in the denominator. Z1 plus Z2 parallel Z3. Okay. So what is the current? What is the current value? So I will write current as it is. I only I will write. Next time I will substitute. What we can write? Z2 parallel Z3. Two impedances are in parallel. So numerator will be multiplication of the impedance Z2 Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3. Okay. All divided by Z1 plus Z2 parallel Z3. Z2 into Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3. See now, substitute the values now. What is current? Supply current is how much? 10 at an angle 0 degree. 10 at an angle 0 into Z2. What is Z2 value? Look at here. Z2 is 6.708 at an angle of 26.56 multiplied by Z3. What is Z3? 3 plus J4. Okay, put a bracket for that. All divided by Z2 plus Z3. So 6.708 at an angle of 26.56. Okay, plus 3 plus 4J or 4I divided by Z1. What is Z1? 2 minus J5. So 2 minus J5 plus Z2 parallel Z3. Whatever you written here, same thing you write here also. Whatever written here, na, same thing you write here. See now, I already done calculations because it is time consuming. Z2 parallel Z3 is what? Z2 Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z3. What is this value? Okay, this values I substituted here. What is the answer for this combination? I substituted the values here. If you do this in calculator, you will get 2.941 at an angle of, so this part in calculator you will get 2.941 at an angle of 41.817. So obviously this will be same, 2.941 at an angle of 41.817. See now again do this calculations in calculator. So 10 at an angle 0 degree multiplied by this whole divided by this plus this. You do it in calculator. You will get I1 current, this one. Okay. 5.68 at an angle of 77.758 degrees. So this much current you will get I1 value. Understood? So how to get this? This multiplied by this, overall answer is this one, all divided by this plus this. You will get this one. See, pause the video and then copy down I1 calculations. Okay. Pause the video, then copy down. Next, we can think about I2 calculations. So, I2 calculations. In the same way, you can write I2 calculations. What about I2? Current in branch 2. Supply current into, I am finding current in this branch. What are other branches? Z1 and Z3. How they are connected? Parallel. Z1 parallel Z3 divided by Z2 plus Z1 parallel Z3. Okay. Now split this. Supply current into two impedance are in parallel. Numerator multiplication, denominator addition. Okay. All divided by Z2 plus Z1 Z3 divided by Z1 plus Z3. Okay. So now substitute all the values. What is the supply current? 10 at an angle 0 degree into, I already done, Z1 parallel Z3. Z1 parallel Z3, how much we get? By putting the values, we get this answer. 5.28 at an angle of minus 3.758, okay, divided by Z2. What is Z2? 6.708 at an angle of 26.56 plus this combination, okay, that is 5.28 at an angle of minus 3.758. Do this operation in calculator, you will get this answer, okay, 4.56 at an angle of minus 17. 4.56 at an angle of minus 17 degree. Got it? This much ampere you will get I2 current. So pause the video and then copy down. Next we can discuss I3 current. Pause the video and then copy down I2 values, I2 calculations. Next I3. So I3 can be calculated using these equations. Okay, what is I3? Supply current into other branches. Z1 parallel Z2. Z1 parallel Z2 divided by Z3 plus Z1 parallel Z2. Okay, so this becomes Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2, and this will be Z3 Z2 Z2. Understood now guys what modifications I made? Okay, now substitute those currents. Those values you substitute, you will get I3 current. So I3 is equal to 10 at an angle 0 degree into Z1 Z2, Z1 parallel Z2, Z1 Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. I already done calculations. 4.38 at an angle of minus 27.59. Okay, divided by what is Z3? 3 plus J4, 3 plus J4. Okay, plus, okay, Z3 plus this combination. What is this combination answer? 4.38 at an angle of minus 27.59. So guys, do this equation in calculator. You will get I3 current 6.11 at an angle of minus 43.575 degree amperes. Okay, so we know that in parallel circuit the supply current is equal to sum of all the branch currents. Now you do the verification. Do verification. Supply current is equal to sum of all the branch currents. What is supply current? 10 at an angle 0 degree is equal to, you enter I1 value. What is I1 value? This equation. Plus, what is I2 value? This one. Plus I3 value, this one. Add all these quantities. Add all these currents. The resultant current in polar form, you will get 9.999. Means what? 10 ampere only. At an angle of, we will get in calculator 9.954 into 10 to the power of minus 4 degrees we will get. So this is approximated as 0 degree only. Okay. See, that we can write it as 9.954 can be written as 0.0009954 degrees. Okay. This one without powers, we can write like this. This is almost 0 degree now. And this 9.99 is almost 10 ampere. So it is verified. Okay. Understood guys? This problem is very important. Very important. It takes time while doing in our calculator. What you should do every time you should write equations, simply substitute the values. You cannot do overall in calculator at a time. So even in new calculator also, you should do this part separately. Then you take that answer. Then you can do it. Okay. If you try to do everything in one stretch, it becomes stack error. Okay. Unable to execute. Okay guys. Next we can go to question number 3. This problem is very important. Okay guys. Next problem. Question number 3. So this question asked for 6 marks in June-July 2019. Asked by VTU 18 scheme syllabus. So whatever the problems I am going to solve, so it is related to 18 scheme only. And 17 scheme and also 15 scheme. Syllabus is not changed for all the schemes. Only the contents they have interchanged. Okay. For 18 scheme, single phase AC circuits in module 2. For 17 scheme it is in module 3. For 15 scheme it is in module 4. So like that they interchange the contents, but we can take those questions. Okay. So an alternating voltage of 160 plus J 120 volt is applied to a circuit. Some circuit is there. Okay. So I am going to write that circuit here. I don't know what the circuit is having inside this. Maybe series RL circuit or RC circuit. We don't know. Okay. So they are going to apply how much voltage? They are going to apply 160 plus J 120 volts. Okay, J 120 volts. This much voltage applying to the circuit. Okay. And the current is given by 6 plus J8 amperes. So what is the current flowing in this circuit? The current flowing is 6 plus J8 ampere. This much current flowing to the circuit, and voltage applied to the circuit is this much. So if that is the case, find the values of circuit elements. Don't know what are those elements will have in this circuit. Maybe resistance and inductance in series, resistance and capacitance may be in series, resistance and inductance may be in parallel, resistance and capacitance may be in parallel. Okay. So anything can be possible. Okay. So you should find those elements. You should determine what type of circuit it is first. Then find the elements. See how the question is there. Question is very, very important. They will ask sometimes this type of questions. And they have given assume frequency 50 Hertz. Okay. After finding the circuit elements, then calculate power factor of the circuit and power consumed by the circuit. See, first you convert voltage what they given into polar form. 160 plus J 120 you convert into polar form. So after converting into polar form you will get 160 plus 120 J. So we get in polar form 200, we got angle 200 at an angle of 36.86 degree. So this much voltage we got. Then similarly convert current into polar form. What is the current given? 6 plus J8 ampere. Convert this also into polar form. Okay. This much volt in polar form. Now convert this into polar form. 6 plus J8. So 6 plus 8J I am converting into polar form. So I am getting 10 at an angle of 53.130 degrees. Okay. This much ampere. Okay, got it? So now we know that voltage is equal to current into impedance. Now find impedance. Impedance is equal to voltage by current. Okay. What is voltage? You write the polar form. 200 at an angle of 36.86 degree divided by denominator. What is the current value? 10 at an angle of 53.130. Okay, you do it in calculator. So you will get 200 at an angle of 36.86. Do along with me. And divided by 10 at an angle of 53.13 degrees. So I am converting. First, see, I am writing now in impedance form. Okay. In rectangular form I am writing 19.199. Okay. Minus 5.603 J. See, finally I got impedance value, some real part and imaginary part. What is imaginary part? Minus J. Okay. So it is, this is resistance value, this is capacitive reactance value. So we got answer in this form. R minus J XC. Whenever we have minus J, then the circuit is having capacitance. Okay. So what is the circuit having? Resistance and capacitance are connected in series. Okay. So the circuit is having resistance and capacitance. Okay. So R value you can write directly. What is R value? 19.199. 19.199 minus J. What is capacitive reactance value? 5.603. So resistance value is 19.199 and capacitive reactance XC value is 5.603. Okay, got it? Now you convert to this impedance into polar form. Converting into polar form, so we get answer 20. So magnitude is 20 at an angle of minus 16.27. Okay, minus 16.27 degrees ohms. Okay, this much. This is in polar form. Same, both are correct. This and this is correct. This is rectangular form. And that one is polar form. So determine the values of circuit elements. What are the circuit elements? The circuit element is resistance. What is that value? 19.199. And circuit element is what? Capacitance. But we got capacitive reactance. So find capacitive reactance. What is the formula? 1 by 2 pi Fc. So from that you calculate capacitance. Then capacitance will become 1 by 2 pi F into Xc. Interchange this. So substituting that values 1 upon 2 pi. What is the frequency they have taken? 50 Hz. So 50 into what is the capacitive reactance? 5.603. So you do this in calculator. So you will get answer. So 1 divided by 2 shift pi into 50 into 5.603. Okay, 5.603. So we got answer. Okay, 0.568 millifarad or okay, 568.1 microfarad. Both are correct. In calculator show 10 power minus 3, here 10 power minus 6. Both are correct. So we calculated, find the circuit elements assuming frequency 50 Hz. The circuit elements are resistance and capacitance. The value of resistance is 19.199 ohms and the value of capacitance is 568.1 microfarad or 0.568 millifarad. Okay. So next part is calculate the power factor of the circuit and power consumed by the circuit. Okay. So to calculate power factor, I am going to write phasor diagram. Okay. So what is the reference? Reference is not given. Okay. So you simply write reference is x-axis. Reference is x-axis. Now you write voltage value. What is voltage value? 200 at an angle of 36.86. What is the angle? Positive. Means this voltage leading the reference axis by how many degrees? 36.86. So the voltage value is how much? 200 volt. It is going to lead. It is going to lead by how many degrees? 36.86. Okay. Then what about current? Current also no reference. With respect to reference axis, current value leading by how much? 53.13 degrees. So the current, what is the magnitude of current? 10 ampere. Okay, current value is 10 ampere. It going to lead the reference by how many degrees? 53.13 degrees. But to calculate power factor of the circuit, I need angle between voltage and current only. So what is this? 200 volts. What is the angle between these two? What is the angle between these two? Overall is 53.13. Okay. And this angle is 36.86. This angle minus this angle. So how much you will get? 53.13 minus 36.86. So if you do that, you will get angle between voltage and current is how much? 16.27 degrees. 16.27 degrees. See, same angle we got in impedance. Okay. So whenever they ask the power factor of the circuit, means if you got a impedance angle, whether it is positive or negative, don't consider. Take only the numerical value of the angle. Cos of that angle gives power factor. Keep in mind, power factor angle is nothing but angle between voltage and current. Okay. So draw this phasor diagram is very, very important. So therefore, what is power factor? I can write cos pi. Okay. What is the value of power factor? Sorry, what is the value of phase angle? 16.27 degrees. So cos of that, cos and so on. So we got power factor value how much? 0.959. 0.959 lagging or leading. See, whenever capacitance is there, you must write leading. Means with respect to voltage, current leading the voltage, current leads the voltage by this much angle. Okay. So you should write nature of the power factor is leading. Okay. So pause the video and then copy down. What is the next part? Okay, power factor is 0.959 leading. Power consumed by the circuit. So power consumed by the circuit, I will calculate it here. So please pause the video and then copy down. Power consumed by the circuit. See, you can use this formula. Power is equal to VI cos pi. Here you write only RMS value of voltage and current. What is the RMS value of voltage? 200. Okay. Into what is the RMS value of current? 10. Into cos. What is pi? What is this pi? This pi is angle between voltage and current. What is the angle between voltage and current? What is the angle between voltage and current? 16.27. Okay. So 16.27. That is a phase angle. Otherwise, cos pi you already calculated here. Cos pi is 0.959. That you can take it here. Okay, both are correct. Now multiply all this. So 200 into 10 into cos 16.27. So that gives final answer 1919.90 watts. So this is the power consumed by the circuit. Okay. Don't think that everything, one of the reference will be so angle 0 degree, other will be some other angle. They can be, they cannot, the voltage and current may not start at reference. Okay. It may above the reference or below the reference. Maybe lead the reference or lag the reference. Okay, got it? That's why I taken default reference axis. Okay. So this phasor diagram, it is very important. Okay, fine. So guys, please like the video, share the video and subscribe. So share the problematic lectures as many friends you know. So let them be, for them it will be useful for university exams. See, all these questions asked in 18 skills syllabus. Okay guys. So in the next part 2 lectures, in part 2 lectures, I will upload 3 more problems. So totally I will do around 10 to 15 problems. Okay. So along doing all these problems, if I not done any problems given in your college assignments, that problem you can send to me if you are unable to solve. Okay. Fine. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Meet you on next video part 2. Okay. So remaining problems.